Gaza's government office says at least 300,000 Palestinians are back home in northern Gaza. And while much of the region has been reduced to rubble, many say returning home feels like being reborn. Some families and friends are being reunited for the first time in more than 15 months. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is expected to meet with President Trump in the U.S. next week. Foreign correspondent Britt Clennett is in Jerusalem for us. Britt, the last time we spoke, Gaza's government was calling on the international community to help provide basic supplies for Palestinians returning to northern Gaza. So what's the latest on that, and what are you hearing about how things are going so far?
Hi, Diane. Yeah, many of these returnees have set up their makeshift shelters near the ruins and rubble of their destroyed homes in North Gaza, very much starting their lives again from scratch. A shortage of tents are reported. More than 100,000 are needed to meet demand. There's a shortage of food, water, sanitation. Even the journey there, Diane, is a long and arduous one. You know, the inspection process in itself is incredibly slow. Thousands of cars are still waiting to make the journey back to the north, and it could take for many days. People are exhausted. You know, now their return to northern Gaza has turned into another struggle, adding to the misery of those Gazans. There's also fear that the violence will start again. You know, some people we speak to in the south say that it's just too dangerous to even attempt the move north. You know, the IDF yesterday even said they fired on multiple positions in central Gaza after they say their soldiers came under threat. So there is a fear lingering around that the violence could start again at any moment. We also have local reports that a girl was killed while traveling into the north with her family. She was on a donkey-led cart. The IDF hasn't commented on that incident in particular, but it has reiterated that the rules, that everyone must abide by the rules that have been set for vehicle inspection. And all of this really showing again just how precarious this situation is, Diane.
Now, Britt, Netanyahu is planning to travel to the U.S. next week to meet with President Trump. What can we expect from that meeting?
Yeah, so we're expecting him to travel as early as next week when negotiations on the second phase of the Gaza deal begin. As we know, the second phase is going to be the harder one to get through because that's when the IDF is expected to pull out. Officials say Trump will use the potential of normalization with Saudis and other Muslim nations to push the Prime Minister Netanyahu not to restart this war. We also know that Trump's special Middle East envoy, Steve Witkoff, he travels to Israel this week for talks with Netanyahu and other Israeli officials. But the U.S. officials have said that Witkoff is particularly interested in advancing and implementing the release of Americans. Of course, there are 2 Americans still held hostage. They are believed to be released in the first phase of the deal, and others, of course, being held hostage by Hamas. We believe that Witkoff will stress the importance of making sure that that fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon is upheld, Diane.
All right, foreign correspondent Britt Clennett, thank you.